What is up, guys? Welcome back to another video. We are just taking a quick look at Vechain today and just seeing what's going on basically. Let me just adjust this MACD so that it's not completely screwed up. And as we can see, looking like it is continuing to the downside here, coming down and stopping at that potential idea that we had for a long position. Basically, a lot of cryptos looking extremely bearish over the past week or so, aren't they? Just continuing without even a retracement to the upside, making lower lows here. Just continually heading to the downside really with no actual relief. You know, you would expect after a move to the downside like this that you would at least come back up, retest these previous levels of support as resistance over here and then getting a continuation. But looking like, you know, a lot of cryptos grinding to the downside right now, and every single little move to the upside is getting shorted by the market, which is interesting to see. But we'd say realistically, you know, there is quite a few bullish divergences coming into the market in these local areas as well. Especially here, for example, this would be a very nice bullish divergence, and you'd expect at least a retracement back into this area here. We would say realistically for Vechain before, you know, continuation to the downside most likely. But when you look at this chart overall, I mean, it's hard to be bullish on this chart when you can see, you know, we've basically been making lower lows and lower highs all the way down here for a long time. I mean, you could potentially say that we are forming maybe some kind of massive falling wedge kind of thing looking like this, which, you know, could potentially be the case for Vechain, and we wouldn't write it off whatsoever. Obviously you can see all of these different resistances that we have been looking at here, these big bullish divergences as well, these local little movements that we have seen. I'm just going to get rid of a few of these lines so it's easier to see what's going on, but you can see there's quite a few areas of resistance there that have been broken out of, but we are still coiling up into a potentially, you know, a little bit of a falling wedge looking something like this. The highs being tested, the lows being tested, the highs tested again, and now we're back down at the lows, aren't we? And you'd probably expect a little bit of a retracement here, as we said, back into this area here, until we start to see, you know, a breakout and break of structure. We are still bearish in the short term on most cryptos, and Vechain included, continuing to the downside here, making lower lows and lower highs in the short term. But mid to long term, we do expect, you know, eventually we are going to see something like this where we break out of structure, back test, and get back up through some of those key levels. So really, it's just a waiting game for a lot of cryptos, but short term, as you can see, things do continue to be bearish. So that's it for today, guys. Thank you very much for watching indeed. Please like and subscribe if you haven't already, and we'll see you in the next video.